Hi, I'm Carissa. This is my channel. Today we're going to talk about fat yoga, which is very exciting. I think that it's something I'm skilled at. I'm not sure really, but I get a lot of questions about it when I talk about it, so I figured that I would do a little video about it. I am wearing a Reprise activewear set that I am obsessed with, and I wanted to show you the mat that I also got from Reprise that is so good. It is just so good. You might see some puppies coming in and out in the background. Just ignore them. It has been raining for days, so they are antsy, to say the least. I'm going to jump right into this and just talk about how I got into yoga and how long it took me to kind of find a yoga practice that I liked. I've been doing yoga off and on for probably, I want to say like maybe 10 years. When I started yoga, I was a lot smaller than I am now, and I was very interested in doing yoga for health benefits, things like becoming thinner, and making my body maybe look a different way. And as I've kind of gone on this journey through finding what yoga works for me, that definitely is not at the forefront of my mind any longer, which I'm so grateful for. When I started classes, I started in just kind of like beginner yoga classes at a gym. I definitely had fun in those classes. I remember thinking that I wanted to keep going. They did make my body kind of like feel looser and nice, and I appreciated those effects, but I kept just finding that the teachers and the classes that I was going to were not really like aligning with what I was looking for in yoga. I was really looking to go more for my mental health and for anxiety, and to practice meditation and to just find something that I could incorporate into my routine as something that would help ground me. For many, many years, I went to all sorts of different yoga studios, tried different things. I finally came upon a class that was called Yoga for Everybody, or maybe Yoga for All Bodies, and it was taught by someone who was just like very fluid with their body and was very, very accommodating to anyone who had mobility issues or needed props. This was the first class that I had ever gone to where people were actively using things like bolsters and blankets, and it wasn't just like you on a mat forcing your body into a position. And that class kind of like awakened something in me, and it made me realize that what I was looking for was not this kind of like grueling practice, but instead something that made me feel more connected with my body. I still kept going to the classes that were like a little bit harder on my body, and I ended up injuring my lower back during a yoga class and not going to yoga for a couple of years. I started getting very, very scared of my lower back. Like I just had this pain that it felt like if I was on the floor doing yoga poses, if I moved a certain way, or if I, accidentally did something incorrectly, that I would re-injure it. And I was just too scared to try, honestly. Finally, I ended up with my current yoga teacher, who is really incredible and does what I would consider restorative yoga. And that's what I'm going to show y'all today. It is not so much about poses as it is about getting your body into positions that it naturally gets into, and kind of letting it ease into those positions, and kind of like letting your body work with the pose. I wouldn't dare try to explain yoga or this type of yoga because I am not a teacher, nor am I an expert. When I go to yoga class, the classes are usually an hour to an hour and 15 minutes, and a lot of them are done laying down or seated, which has just like changed everything for me. It has made everything feels so much better to my body, and it has made me more committed to my yoga practice because I'm not leaving feeling bad about myself. I feel like my yoga teacher has been just so incredible about helping me find adaptive ways to help my body get into the positions that I need and stuff. The yoga practice that I filmed for y'all today is just what I do like in the mornings. All of these things are things that we do in class, but I have created just this kind of like very quick morning routine to make me feel aligned and centered and, you know, one with my body. And yeah, I'm going to show that to y'all now. So I always start my yoga practice just laying on my back, doing some breaths with my arms out to my side, nothing extreme. I try to ground my lower back, especially. I don't do anything with my legs flat because I have some lower back issues that make it uncomfortable for me to put my legs flat. Also, I think I mentioned that this activewear set is from Reprise Yoga. So is this mat. It's an herbal yoga mat, and it is so soft and so amazing. It's so different from normal yoga mats, and it's just so comfy. You can also see the little balls sitting next to me. Those are from Reprise, and I have a really great strap that I have from them that I use when I have to do strap work and stuff as well. You'll notice that anytime I get up, I spend time on my side for a moment, and then I very slowly get up and I try to kind of situate my body so that when I get up, I'm not jarring myself. This forward fold motion, you'll see me rock back and forth a little bit. That's to get my belly in between my legs. This is one of my favorite moves where you just kind of release the tension in your neck. That bolster is there because if I put my foot on top of my other foot, it hurts me. So I never want to be hurting during my yoga practice. So I do things that prevent me hurting because that seems to make a lot of sense to me. These kind of motions just really stretch out my spine and make me feel taller. I mean, I don't think I need the height, but I definitely love when I feel like nice and stretched out. This is something that I just do because my shoulders feel really, really good when I do it. Laying with that bolster on my spine and just letting my shoulders fall to the side is, whew, it feels really, really nice. Also, if you can't tell, this is very sped up. That is why it looks like I'm breathing really fast. Again, coming to the side, taking a break for a moment so that I'm not going straight from one position to another. This is one of my favorite things to do, is to get my feet up the wall and to let my hips kind of sink into my body when they're up on the wall. I stretch out my arms behind me. It feels really, really good on my shoulders. Do a little bit of moving my feet away from the wall, holding my legs up for a moment. You'll notice that none of this is like extreme. None of this has, none of it has me forcing my body to do anything. It's all very assisted. I'm bringing my knees down with my leg crossed over them so that I can get a good stretch in my hips. I have some achy hips sometimes, so this helps. And then your dogs come in and interrupt you because it's storming outside and they're scared. And you have to comfort them. Because what kind of dog mom would you be if you let them just be scared of the storms, you know? Y'all, again, I am not a yoga expert. I will never claim to be. But that's my little morning yoga routine. I have a lot of fun with it. I think that it's very easy and it's short. It's just 30 minutes. Like I said, that was very sped up. So I take a lot of time in those positions. I really try to ask myself every minute or so if there's more of my body I can release. A lot of times I'm holding tension in my neck, or I'm going like this, with my jaw clenched or something. So I really try to get into a place of just calm during this practice. I hope that you enjoyed watching it, because I enjoy doing it, and I'd like to answer all of your questions about fat yoga. I really think that more teachers are coming around to adaptable and accessible yoga, and there are some really fantastic people out there teaching it. And yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask. I will put the link for this set and for the yoga mat and everything from Reprise down below. And I'll see y'all later. Bye.